All right, here we go. Adults and teens, it is your turn. Go ahead and pull out your book. All right. Now, adults and teens, we had a repeat week for our When the Saints Go Marching In, correct? Yes, the one that had the right hand melody on page 45. Okay, so go ahead and turn to page 45. We're going to do a little bit of extra work on this one. Okay? Because it was a tricky one. All right. Okay, so with this one, this version of When the Saints Go Marching In was the one that introduced A, or the F major chord, for your left hand. Okay? All right, so let's find our C position, and we're going to play through When the Saints Go Marching In with right hand melody one time, no repeat, to see how we are doing on it, okay? There might be some tricky spots, or we might get through it a-okay. We'll find out. Okay, so find your C position. All right? Okay, I'm in my C position. I'm going to count off, and we have an incomplete measure, so you're going to have to watch my counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Tied note. Do? Did you get through it okay, or was it hard still? If you're finding that it's still a little bit tricky at this point in your lesson or in your practicing, you may want to slow the tempo down just a little bit, right? But if you're seeing that you can actually keep up with me pretty well, then you're probably in really good shape, okay? And that's why I wanted to give an extra week on this one, because it does get tricky, right? The tied notes, the skips, the chords in your left hand, it can really get kind of crazy. Okay, but being that this is a march, and if you're envisioning like jazz musicians marching down the street, we're gonna have to eventually bump up the tempo a little bit, right? If it's got that festive feel, it's gonna have to be a little bit quicker. So I'm going to play through this version on page 45 again, but I'm going to kick up the tempo a little bit, okay? Now, if you're playing along with me, see if you can keep up, okay? I'm not going to bump it up a whole lot, but I'm going to bump it up enough for it to be a challenge, okay? Let's see if you can do it. All right, C position. Okay, are we ready? I'm going to count off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. What do you think? Was it really tough, or were you able to keep the tempo with me? Yeah? If it was still hard, don't worry, you can always slow it down, okay? Work towards a tempo like that, all right? Sort of like a medium fast tempo, okay? But that's the idea. You have to envision it as a march itself. And if it's too slow, then the audience or the parade attendees are not going to be as energized as they would be if it was a little bit quicker, okay? Now, with that in mind, let's turn the page, okay, to page 47, okay? Now, this is still When the Saints Go Marching In, but what did they do? Do you remember? They flip-flopped it, right? The melody is now going to be in the left hand with your harmonic chords in the right hand, right? It's really going to trip up your brain, but if you think about it slowly and methodically, we will be able to get through it, okay? Are you ready for this challenge? Let's do it, okay? All right, so same C position, right? But we had introduced A for the right hand this time, which means that has opened the door to using the F major chord in the right hand as well as the left, okay? Now this version, the melody's in the left hand, right? It's still gonna be a forte, it's still gonna be a march, right? It still begins with an incomplete measure, okay? So when I count off, it's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna count a full measure plus one beat, okay? So let's see if we can play through this version of When the Saints Go Marching In on page 47, okay? Super duper slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So there's that version of When the Saints Go Marching In, right? The left-hand melody. I hope you picked up on some of the patterns that it was following from the other version, right? It's still the same chord pattern, right? It's just it switched hands this time, okay? Very, very good. There may be a spot in here that we might want to drill a little bit, right? Where I like to tell my kids they build a cupcake or they build a waffle or make a pizza or make some soup or something, right? Anything that takes multiple ingredients to build or make, it just makes it a little bit easier to understand the different steps that it takes to achieve what the composer's trying to communicate in this section, right? Trying to get your notes right, your articulation right, and through repetition, we're really able to achieve that. Okay, now I'm thinking that perhaps, I think all of line 3. What do you think? Yeah, all of line 3 is going to be our tricky spot because it's got quarter notes, half notes, and a tie at the end for the left hand, as well as a C major chord, and then the introduction of that F major chord that we have at the end, okay? So let's see if we can start with that. We're going to start at the third beat of the first measure, okay? All right, so let's find ourselves in C position again, okay? Right hand thumb on middle C, left hand thumb on G below middle C, okay? Excellent. So I'm going to count off. Listen carefully. This will be our first time through, and we're going to do it 3 times through, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. first time through, okay? So let's do like an ice cream cone. What do you think? That's the first scoop of ice cream. Let's add 2 more scoops of ice cream, okay? I keep forgetting this is adults and teens, so you're probably like, okay, well, why is she building an ice cream cone with adults? It's fun. All right, let's try line 3 once more. I'm going to count off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Great job. Yes. Okay, that was the second time through. Let's do it a third time through, okay? Are we ready? Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. There you go. That was the third time through, okay? Now, remember, if you need to play it more times through, that's fine. You do it as many times as you need, okay? Now, this is a really cool song. I just really enjoy When the Saints Come Marching In. Now, if you really want to give yourself a challenge, which some of you may, or some of you may not, try combining the 2 versions. And you'll just like, whoosh, oh my gosh, it's so hard. It's okay, all right? So think about it like this. The first time you play it through, because it's a song that has a repeat, play it with the right hand melody, right? That's the one on page 45, okay? And then on the repeat, play the one with the left hand melody. What do you think? Is that something that you might want to try? Yeah, it's something that you know that you're really paying close attention to the details. If you can play both versions in one time through, right? The one time with the repeat, right? I'm going to try to do that here for you now so you can hear what it sounds like. Okay? Are you with me? You can do it. Okay. Let's give this a try. We're going to start with the page 45 version. And look what I'm going to do. I'm going to sort of like fold the corner of my music. Do you see that? So that I can turn the page at the repeat. Okay? All right. Let's try it. Wish me luck. All right. So I'm in C position. Okay? I'm going to count off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I did that. Sounds cool. What do you think? It sounded really cool. Yeah. I kept the tempo very steady, right? It was a little bit on the quick side, but I kept it very steady, okay? That's going to be the key to achieving the combination goals of when the Saints go marching in. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're playing it slowly, just keep it steady, right? Like the turtle, right? Slow and steady, right? Envision the march again, right? All those jazz musicians with their trombones and their trumpets, clarinets doing their thing, right? But if they're not keeping a steady beat, oh my goodness, watch them start like bumping into each other. Oh my gosh, it'll be just a mess. We don't want that, right? We want it to be a steady tempo to keep an easy beat with, right? If you can do that, you're going to achieve a lot of things here in this piano class, okay? Tempo is key, rhythm is key, being steady is key, okay? I'm really happy you joined me today for practice with me, okay? I know it's tricky, I know it's hard. Trying to get those practice days in is crazy difficult in these times, but if you're able to do it, more power to you. You're going to be achieving some amazing things, okay? Our last lesson is coming up this Saturday, okay? So join me for week 10 piano lesson, and then we're going to take a break, okay? The break is mainly for me to organize my things and my YouTube channel, but also to let a lot of the adults and teens that have not been able to keep up regularly, to let them play catch up, okay? So it's okay if you're falling behind. That's okay. Don't worry. Just play catch up, okay? I'll be here waiting for you when you're ready to start again, okay? All right, I'll see you later.